To play this game. Oh man, a statement game after statement game after statement game. 49ers, man. They're 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 better than I thought they were. And I knew they were good. Um yeah, it's a little braggadocious. We have the Browns up next, and that's a tough division. Every single one of those teams in the AFC North is a monster. Let me check my volume, see if. All right, the microphone's working, I guess. This shitty ass microphone. Um. So yeah, it's a unfortunate injury to Nick Chubb. It would be a different team. I really think so. But this dude ain't playing very good at all. Deshaun Watson is just stinking it up, man. But the Browns have a very, very good defense. Like, their defense is the shit. Like, they're good at all levels. Look at that. Yeah, 88, 84. Name another place in the NFL where that's the case. Oh, man, I would love to have Ward on the other side of Mooney Ward. Oh, that would be great. Ooh, maybe a mid-season trade. Who knows? I mean, yeah, dude, these guys are solid. Their offense is their issue. But every game, and then of course Miles Garrett. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy game for the 49ers. It's another one of those games where you overlook. You know, you just you just don't think they're going to be good enough, and they get you. They come up and bite you. And that AFC North is extremely talented. I feel like all the talent is right there in the AFC North. Yeah, so no, we're in Cleveland. It's a road game for us. See, this one I'm saying, there's all the factors. They're riding high on their Cowboys win. Yeah, it's feeling good, man. Feeling good. All I want to play against their white uniforms. God damn it, I gotta do that again. Are you serious? I want to play against the white ones. Come on. Where's the white helmet? White helmet. What? Where's the white helmet? Ah, there it is. Oh, see, but they gotta wear all white, huh? Hmm. Hmm. Ah. I hate it when teams wear white at home. It pisses me off. That's ugly. These are the Broncos. I guess we'll go with that. I don't think that would happen. I don't think that's part of their scheme, but I definitely think that I want to play against it. Come on. I don't have to change my jersey. It's an early game too, man. It's an early game. Overcast. Alright, like I said, this ain't gonna be no easy game. Yeah, George Kittle had himself a game. Oh yeah, we're throwing a Brock party. Nobody watches these football games. It's funny. I don't care.
Today on EA Sports, this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Cleveland.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Parody looking to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. So he stopped for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. 45 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They will start this drive with Ford. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Following the fumble recovery, Parody. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns set to take over. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space.
Njoku was out.
Right in their quarterback's line of vision. And
that's how
QB
stingy I
make
am.
that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
I thought Njoku was
Ball
out.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And there now a loose football. The ball
again.
comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to
This
take
defense
at the
is coming
39-yard
alive.
line.
Whenever I see a
coming
team turn it
alive.
over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their
They
last
started
two,
off a little
I
slow,
know
but
one
holy
person's blood
shit,
pressure
they're only
starting to
going
rise, and
to
that's the
get
head
better.
coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop
Even if
fumbling?
the offense
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed
starts
the
to
game
struggle,
film,
and they will.
and only if they manage to win the game.
That defense is getting better, and that's
So from the
fucking
39 now, they'll
perfect.
come up on a
This is
1st
the
and 10.
greatest 49er team that's ever existed. They're shattering all records.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And down inside the 35.
McCaffrey broke a record that Jerry Rice thought that he would always have.
Stop here in this first half.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the
14
sticks, whatever you
games in a
want to call
row.
it. 7
Now,
yards on
he
first
broke the
down,
record
that
at
fits the
13.
bill.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Consecutive games with a TD. Everybody gasped.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And running
Everybody
He's
gasped
going to be stopped in his
in the
tracks
entire
at the
NFL
line of
when
scrimmage.
the Niners
He
traded
had
for
maybe a half-yard at most,
Christian.
but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They were like, oh
They
no.
need 2. Here's 3rd down.
So the key really is keeping him healthy. And they have
They'll
been
try
running
and
him
pick
a
out
lot.
McCaffrey.
But
and he's able to pick up the first down here.
he is
before he
a
goes
talented
down at the
athlete that knows how to
26.
go down.
They get
I
5
don't know
out
if
of
that
one,
makes
and it
sense
moves
to
the
people, but
chains.
when you're a
So it's
running
pretty
back,
simple,
you
partner.
gotta like
You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in
you
this
gotta
spot.
fall.
Yeah, they would
You
have to
gotta
settle for a
fall
field goal
well.
attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
I think he does that. I mean, not just a video game, in real life. He falls down well. But I'm really worried that if he does get hurt, everything's going to be a struggle from there on out. Dudes are face masking him. They just can't stop him.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Oh, they stopped him there, but
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd
when I
and
say the
9.
greatest
No
49er
doubt about
team,
it.
I
Really
mean,
nice job there by the defense,
I've
not
been a
allowing him to
fan.
get
I
to the
was a
perimeter.
hardcore fan
But that means your
by
defensive ends, your outside
87.
linebackers, the
I
guys
was
that you pay big money to
live,
sack the quarterback.
eat shit,
They also have
breathe.
to have interest in the running game
Everything
as well. And they
49ers.
did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving
89,
ground.
90, 91, 92, 93, 94. This is the greatest 49er team I've ever seen. And I'm going to go to Debo if that safety doesn't bite.
Play action. Now Purdy.
What did I
That's
say?
caught by Deebo Samuel.
What did I
Touchdown,
say? Big
San
cock back.
Francisco.
Block
A great
Purdy.
effort there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That was fucking gorgeous.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah, I don't think the Niners are going to be denied.
The action that's happening now, how
I don't
they
think
got
it
here,
matters who.
whatever cliche you want to bring into it. They're locked into a groove.
These guys are on a
They're
mission.
clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line,
As long as they stay healthy.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
It's almost like they're playing against XFL teams. I really, truly believe
and it's
that.
Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
I really, truly believe that. This is our year. It's now or never, really.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
It always is, though. It's now or never for the Browns, too.
Go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
I thought the Browns would be a lot better, to be honest.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hopkins' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Brings up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Purdy with it on third and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And the 49er first down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Purdy. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now San Francisco going to call their second time. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining. In the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it.
That was dumb.
That was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that
offense.
offense.
That was dumb.
They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward.
That was
and they were
dumb.
going to
I
put
don't pay
them up
for
on
that.
the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Now the Browns will use the
Why would they
first of
call
their
a
3
timeout?
timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Shit.
He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit.
Yeah,
and they get one here in the passing game.
The final shot before the break.
Sit your ass down. Sit
Couldn't
your
get a throw off
fucking
with the pressure.
rapist
Maybe that
ass
was for
down.
the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
All right, yeah. So I want to look at the stats here. Game stats. Too close, too close. Oh, yeah, one stupid interception. Yeah, boy. All right, I'll be back in a second.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
This is Ford. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run with Ford. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it makes the score 21-10. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Back to throw, Parody. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Parody looking to throw on 1st down here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Parody to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Deshaun Watson and the Browns back to the field. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
McLeod to return it. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Able to push his way through. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A 2nd down throw for Parody. His throw incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Parody. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes it.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Ford. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there. You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west.
The best
our
coast
trainer, Tim
is the
Karen,
West
said, leave your
Coast.
watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
Great analysis there, Guy. Least Coast versus Best Coast.
For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in
Dominated.
the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan.
Dominated.
This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Cleveland. It's not Detroit. Yeah. Still too close. 2 INTs. Ouch. Nice. That's my ball, punk. Fred Warner. Bosa. Mooney. Fred Warner. Look at that stat line. Look at that stat line. Forced fumble. Oh my God. This dude is a beast. Beast. Till the next episode.